Hello, everybody, and welcome to the show. It is the last Raw recap before WrestleMania, so that's where we're at in the world today. I thought I had a follow-up there, I didn't, but who gives a crap about all that? It's the Raw recap, and I'm ready. The show tonight, a lot like last week's show, not a whole lot of action going on, but what they did do is continue to kind of build up the show for this weekend. We got David in the chat. What up, David? We got other David in the chat. I'm good. How are you, bud? Glad to see you back again this week. And no, babe, it is you who is looking good. I just look like a fool with a crown on my head. But anyway, this show, again, the few matches we got, I think I enjoyed all of them. We'll find out on the rundown, but I'm pretty sure I enjoyed all the matches. There just wasn't that many. They were very few and far between. But let's start the show off. Ms. TV. Okay, let's get it done and out of the way. That's how I like it. It's got Trish, Lita, and Becky on it. And Miz kind of trying to cause a little bit of dissension. He said, Lita, Trish, why are you guys coming back just to play backup to Becky Lynch? Interesting. And as I was talking on the Positively Awesome Wrestling show with Tidy last night on the Drip King of Wrestling YouTube channel, I was talking about how Trish, she did her little four horsemen, her Mount Rushmore of women, and she kept Becky off it and put Bayley on it. And I was like, man, that's really interesting timing. And then here we got Miz trying to create some dissension amongst the two. And Lita's like, I don't feel like I'm playing backup. I feel like I'm a tag team champion because she's tag champs with Becky. But Trish didn't really say much. I think that's interesting. I think there's a little bit of weight to the rumors go around that Trish might turn her back on Team Becky. We'll see what happens there. The Miz TV segment kind of helped me push that theory a little bit further ahead. Damage Control eventually comes out. They interrupt, and Becky basically comes down to it and says, what are you guys even doing? Because you're not doing anything. I thought this was over at War Games. I thought it was over in the cage match. I thought it was over with this, and it just keeps going and going. What are you guys even doing? You're holding Dakota Kai hostage. You're holding the Io Sky hostage. These girls were successes without you, and now what are they doing? Nothing. Just like you, Bayley. Becky, she slipped up a little bit and fumbled over her words, but for the most part, great stuff from Becky. We got Tidy in the chat. What up, Tidy? I'm looking forward to watching WrestleMania. Yes, this WrestleMania, I honestly believe this year's WrestleMania has just a overall better feel than most have had in recent memory. I think there's a lot of buzz around this one, and we're all kind of excited about it. But then this whole thing ends up leading to a match between Becky Lynch and Io Sky. He's saying hello, Tidy, hello, Dave, hello, Amanda. We're saying hellos to everybody. Becky Lynch, Io Sky, there was some sloppiness in it, but again, I don't ever mind sloppiness. It adds to the realism of it all, so I appreciate it. I enjoyed the match. These girls got plenty of time. The match, including the segment, I think was the first 30 minutes of Raw. Thank you. That's what I like to see. In the end, Becky Lynch, Io Sky gave her everything she had, but Becky Lynch just got her with the manhandle slam. 1, 2, 3. I am mad at it. Io Sky still looked good in this match. Becky's just too good at helping these girls get over. I think Io looked. I think this might be the best singles match Io has had as far as how she looks on the main roster. After that, we get an Asuka hype video. We got a few of these hype videos tonight, basically in which they tried to really sell like Asuka's not Asuka anymore. She's this crazy one from Japan. I don't know. I'm still not with it. I still think they've dropped the ball on Asuka with this whole change. Hopefully at WrestleMania that changes. That's the hope, please. But we'll see. After that, we go to a Seth Rollins interview. And before he can even get into it, he's cut off by Mustafa Ali. Or as I guess he's going to start calling himself. No, yeah, he's Positive Ali. And he's telling Seth, he goes, you need to look at the positives here. Yeah, you've been knocked out twice, 2 weeks in a row by Logan Paul, but now everyone knows who you are because of Logan Paul. You got to think Positive Ali. I think it's great. I hope Ali finds something with his character because I think it's funny. I think it could work. I'm up for it. Hey, he can't pop in. He's blocked. He's gone. Yeah, he can't. He's gone. Io should look good. She's the best woman wrestler. I agree. I actually agree with that. I'm a big Io fan, and I think she's had trouble kind of finding her feet on the main roster. Her and Becky did good. So hopefully this is kind of something that's going to help Io get more comfortable, and she found her feet, and she can start doing what Io Sky does best, which is just completely dominate people. Yeah, I don't think he knows about that, though. I don't think he knows about it. Ali sounds like a slightly watered down version of the Bo Dallas gimmick, which is fine because the Bo Dallas gimmick was cool. And I think Mustafa Ali, Bo Dallas had a weird cringe charisma to him. Ali's is like, yo, I'm positive because everything is good. It's a different kind of charisma, and I think it works better than what Bo Dallas was doing. That's what I think. And then this all just led to a Seth Rollins Mustafa Ali match. Fine with that. Seth, you can kind of see the switch start to kind of flip on him, where he the whole fun-loving Seth kind of was getting a little bit serious. So we go to the match, and Rollins was nothing but serious. He completely destroyed Mustafa Ali. Mustafa tried to be all like, whoa, no. But no, Seth stomped him. He had him in a tree of woe, and he stomped him, and then he stomped him again, and then he pinned him. Seth Rollins was all business tonight. And then he cut a promo. And he basically said, I'm not playing games with you, Logan Paul. If I can't beat you at WrestleMania, you're not the joke. I am. Seth beating him. But again, he saved the laugh for the end. Everything in between was just a very serious tone from Seth, and I want more of that from Seth because he came across as just like a legit top guy and not just kind of like this really good wrestler that we like to watch because we like to sing a song, and he always looks cool because he's got some decent threads on. The drip is outstanding, but the seriousness I think needs to be molded in every once in a while, and tonight is why. He looked awesome. More of that, please. Next up, we get Baron Corbin, and he is in the back, and he's complaining to Adam Pearce. He wants to be on WrestleMania. He needs to be on WrestleMania, and he's begging. And Adam Pearce says, you can be in the Andre the Giant Battle Royal. About this time, Chelsea Green comes in, and you see Adam Pearce, just his soul just leaves his body. He's like, oh my God, not this girl again. And she's wondering why she's not in the tag team match at WrestleMania. He goes, you don't even have a tag partner. Piper Niven wants nothing to do with you, and Carmella's nowhere around. And then in comes Sonya Deville. Good job, Sai. If you're watching, you called that one. And I never thought about this before, but Sonya Deville, she has kind of the same issues with Adam Pearce that Chelsea does. So that actually makes more sense than I thought about it at first. But now that it's happening, I'm like, yeah, that makes actually a lot of sense. I still would much rather see Carmella with Chelsea, but if there's an injury and they got to go with what they got to go with, I'm okay with it. So they have a tag team match, and if they win the tag team match, they're in. If the other team wins, they win. And the other team is Candice LeRae and Mia Yim. They're still trying to call her Michin. I won't, but that's a match that happens later tonight. Next up, we get the Omos Brock weigh-in. Omos weighs in, 410 pounds. Brock comes out. He ain't weighing in. He just attacks Omos straight out the gate. He just starts bum rushing him. Hits him once, hits him twice, hits him 3 times. He goes to hit him a 4th time, and he goes to pick up the scale and hit Omos with it. Omos says, boot to the head. Brock collapses, rolls out of the ring. Omos takes that weight and throws over his shoulder like it's a damn belt. Oh my God, he's gonna destroy Brock Lesnar. It's gonna be awesome. I can't wait. Brock then just walked off. He's like, I don't want no part of Omos. That man is the truth. I'm even more excited for it again because Omos did his job tonight. Brock still selling. I like seeing Brock in this position. It's new. It's different. So good job all the way around. Then we get a Charlotte hype video. Another one of them hype videos. I tuned it out because I don't care. I don't need to see a Charlotte hype video. I've been watching her for years. I know what she's capable of doing. I know what she's done. I know what she's going to continue to do until she stops, which is no time soon. But she got a hype video. Then we got a Rhea interview. Good, serious Seth is the best Seth. I'd like, I'd like probably like a 60-40, maybe 70-30 ratio. I do like the fun-loving Seth. It's entertaining, but the serious stuff works. But Rhea interview, and she talked basically the same kind of stuff she's been saying. Not her best work again, but the more she gets to do this, the better she's going to get eventually. That's the way I see it. She's not getting worse, but it's just more of the same. Move her on from Charlotte. Get away from Charlotte. That's my whole fix for everything. Then we get a Finn Balor promo, and I miss this because I went to I went to the kitchen to get something, and I came back, and then Finn Balor apparently did something. I missed it, but he did a demon tease. Apparently, the demon kind of like flash, or I don't know. We all kind of already knew that was going to happen, so it's now kind of made official through Finn himself. So, demon entrance at the WrestleMania, a Brood Edge entrance at WrestleMania with Gangrel apparently inside the Hell in a Cell. Yeah, I don't care if this has lasted this long. I'm hyped for that. I think it's going to be fun. Yeah, I think the one on SmackDown was better than tonight's, but she still is missing just something. I don't know what it is. I don't know what it is. She's still missing something when it comes to promos. Everything else is there. Promos, she just needs to get that little extra something. Next up, the 8-man tag. Street Profits, Braun Strowman and Ricochet versus the Viking Raiders and Alpha Academy. Thank you. I don't know what it is, but when WWE does these like multi-man matches, they have the ability to put on just a phenomenal. There's no in betweens. It's either really, really fun and awesome, or they're just kind of like doo-doo. There's no in between. There's like, that was okay. It's either doo-doo or it's really, really good and awesome and fun. And tonight's was really, really awesome and fun. Braun and Ricochet work together phenomenally. I know people were hating on this pairing because like, oh, they're just throwing two people together. Yeah, sometimes you just do that, and sometimes it works really well. And I think this is one of those times. Their styles are completely different, but the whole huge size of Braun and the overall strength of pairing with the quick and agility of Ricochet, how he throws him into the corner to do the splash and how he jumps off. It works. It's fun. I like it. They even kind of look similar. One's just big and one's small. They're both bald. They both have a beard. That's kind of what everybody does these days. There, I could be part of this group as well. There you go. But I like it. I think it works. Without a touch of serious Seth, all you have is Seth doing a parody of what Seth once was, which is why they lost me with him. And once the bell rings, I don't see how anybody could be lost by Seth, because once the bell rings, that man, again, in my opinion, best in the world. I know not everybody agrees with that, but if there's anybody that doesn't think he's one of the best in the world, that's just crazy talk to me. But that's my feeling on that. I get what you're saying about the character. It's not for everybody. But how you lost with him? that man is whew. But anyway, at the end, Braun Strowman was standing there, and Montez did the frog splash over Braun, and in the midair, he did the 180. Blew my mind. It was awesome. Chad Gable, he got some offense in, looked good. Angelo Dawkins, I really, really hope this man doesn't get lost in the shuffle if that team ever breaks up, because dude is so good, and he does not get it. He does not get the love he deserves. Dawkins is so good. I like him more than Montez. I say that all the time. I'll say it again. Rumi feels the same about Seth Dave. She checked out. It's fine. But again, once the bell rings, I don't see how anybody could just not be like, damn, this dude's raw. What up, D? What up, D? Thank you. It's all good. You're here now. That's all that matters. Everybody late sometimes. We were late last night with the podcast. Really, they did good. Yeah, man. Yeah, I like them as a team. I hope they stay together as a team for a good minute, because I think there's something there. That split is coming, and likely soon. We've been hearing it's going to be soon for a minute, though. I feel like it is coming soon, but we've been hearing about it for so long. It's kind of like one of those things where like, I'm going to stop anticipating it and just let it happen, because it's just taking so long. I have to go because I have to put my phone on. I'll see you next week. I will not be here next week because I will be in LA. I'm going to WrestleMania and all that, but I will be here the week after. I appreciate the support though, bud. Thanks for tuning in, and I'll hopefully see you in 2 weeks. Yes, and we will be there live. So yeah, I don't think you'll see me, but there's a lot of people there. But if you just so happen to see the crown and the all the other stuff, then yeah, let me know that you saw me. Seth around the top 10 in the world consistently in the ring. Overall, character, whether you, the character, I won't get into it. After that, we get a Cody Rhodes interview in which he just kind of talks about how he's ready. He's ready. Okay. I'm going to get on some Cody Rhodes stuff at the end of the show because, yeah, I'll just get to Cody Rhodes at the end of the show. He just says kind of this more of the same stuff he said last week. He's going to beat Solo. The Solo isn't ready. And then he's going to dethrone Roman Reigns. Okay. Bianca Belair hype video. I feel like we've seen a Bianca Belair hype video like last year before WrestleMania, and then we saw another one before SummerSlam, and then we saw another one the year she faced Sasha in the main. So it was like, yeah, I don't need to see more Bianca Belair hype videos. Yeah, I don't need to see anymore. But Austin Theory up next, and this is where the show kind of loses me, is because there's so many segments. Because again, I feel like they're just kind of easing into WrestleMania, not trying to put anything in jeopardy, which I can respect it as long as you give me enough entertainment to keep me invested, which they did tonight. But segment after segment after segment, I don't like it. Austin Theory promo. He does it in an empty. It's not the same video, but it's the same shit they're saying. They just add people to it. Like they say, oh, Kevin Owens, go in there and say something about her. Corey Graves, go in there and say something about her. I'm the EST. Yeah, we know Bianca. She's still really great in the ring. I'm not shitting on Bianca. Just the character. Just please change it. Stop. Do something with it. Freshen it up. Something. Switch it up. Stop. Something. But Austin Theory, he cuts a promo, and he did it earlier in the day, so it was an empty arena. And I see a bunch of people like, why is he doing this in an empty arena? Well, if you listen to the promo, he talked about, I don't care if there's nobody in the stands or if it's a whole arena sold out. I really don't care because I'm not doing it for the fans. I do this for me because before anybody ever had an opinion on me, I had goals for myself, and he's reaching them. So the promo was good. It wasn't phenomenal. It's just you, Tidy. There's no lag there. Sorry. Oh, can't wait, man. Cannot wait. I'll see you this weekend, though, bud. Woo! I got a birthday present for you too, Nick. How about that? There we go. You gotta figure it out. Good deal. Yeah, everybody say hello to Nick. Nick is in the chat. Nick, another one I get to go see. So thank you for joining, Nick. Cannot wait to see you. But the Austin Theory promo, again, nothing groundbreaking, nothing spectacular, but it was good. It did its job. It was effective, and it helped push. I feel like it helped with the Austin Theory thing. He didn't just shrivel up and die like everyone kind of expected him to after John Cena murdered him on the microphone. So after that, we go to the Chelsea Sonya versus Mia Yim and Candice match. If there was one match, I guess, that I didn't love, this would be it. And I feel like it's just because Chelsea and Sonya have no chemistry, but that's because they literally just got put together today or whenever this happened over the weekend. I don't know. And because of that, they're the winners, and it kind of just looked a little sloppy. Mia and Candice, much more chemistry, and they didn't get enough time. I feel like this match could have been given like at least 5 more minutes based on what happened the rest of the night. You could have literally just cut out the Bianca Belair hype video and gave these girls some more minutes, and it would have been really good. Nick at night, thank you for being awake. Yeah. Nick don't sleep. He don't need to sleep. That man don't ever sleep. Nope. Absolutely not. And if you watched, you would have seen that crowd was hype and allowed for everybody tonight. Nope. Yeah. And again, he was addressing it in the promo. So if anybody is just saying they don't get it, I'm just going to assume you didn't watch it. It was by design. The whole thing was by design. So next up, Paul Heyman interview. And it became a real quick promo on Cody Rhodes, in which that man, he doused Cody with gasoline and lit him on fire and then pissed on him to put him out. That's how bad Paul Heyman went in on Cody Rhodes tonight. And I loved it. I loved every second of it. Exactly. You can sleep when you're dead. When there's things that are so important and entertaining as I am on, you go ahead and you put sleep second, Jimmy Bebe first. Thank you, Nick. I appreciate it. But yeah, the Paul Heyman promo on Cody was great. I'll go ahead and say right now, if there's one thing that you had to watch from this show, it's that. That's how good it was. That's how much I loved it and enjoyed it. And that's saying a lot because the next segment I absolutely loved as well, because out comes the man of the time. There's nobody hotter right now outside the bloodline stuff than Dominic Mysterio. This man comes out. They're just raining the booze on this man, and he's just taking a shower, and he's like, this is wonderful. Dom is killing it. Comes out, he cuts a promo on Ray. He even goes into the whole Spanish dialogue where he starts cutting it on Spanish. I don't know what he was saying. I don't speak that much Spanish, so I don't know. It sounded cool. I'm assuming it had some meaning. I'm sure someone will have a transcript for it tomorrow. I'll read it because it's Dominic. There you go. Dom, prison Dom. Cannot wait to see this dude this weekend. I'm a mark for Dominic Mysterio at this point. I don't even care. What sleep? We don't need sleep because you got people like Nick the Zombie, and he'll sleep when he's dead. Bon Jovi. If Bon Jovi's singing about it, you know it's the truth. So he cuts the promo on Ray, and then he ends it with, I will say Dom was a liar here because he says, I've never said this out loud, but I wish Eddie was my dad. And it's like, bro, you literally just said that like 2 weeks ago. And then he added the whole like, and I wish you were never existed. So Dom is just really going in on his deadbeat dad. Much deserved. Ray, you deadbeat. I can't wait for Dom to beat his booty on. I would imagine that's probably on Sunday. I can't wait to watch that happen. It's going to be great. And then Ray comes out. He has a match with Damian Priest. Right when he's about to beat Damian Priest, they had themselves a nice little match. Right when he's about to get the win, Dom just trips him up on the thing, goes in, starts beating Ray down. Hell yeah, Ray deserved every second of it. Then they start both beating him down. Legado del Fantasma comes down to make the save. They bounce. They hold Ray. End of segment. All around, loved every second of this stuff. It was really good. I'm fully in on Dom and Ray at this point. They've done a wonderful job. Good job here. His name is Domination. Damn straight. His name is, you got to put a space in between their name. It's Khan and that, like this. Hold on. It's like this. You got to put a space in between it, Nick. It's Khan. Not, man, y'all disrespectful. Damn deadbeat Ray. Thank you. I'm glad someone's there with me. Yeah, I think, that's a fair argument. I feel like Ray's has been floundering and doing much of nothing. And this whole thing kind of was like, okay, this is his last hurrah in the WWE, and this is good shit. So, yeah, I'm with that. He hit his son. Can you believe it? Yeah, who hits their son like that? Just cold cocks him in front of the whole world. Bro, I was messed up. Yeah, Chelsea. Ooh, Chelsea should Dom should link up with Chelsea to see what he can do about getting Ray booted from this stuff, because we can't have a menace like that running around the locker room. Dominic said his family was jealous of him because he was taller and more handsome. Yeah, I can see it. He is taller and more handsome. He also said his mom and sister always side with Ray. Okay, so that's what he said. Okay, good shit, Dom. He is much taller. He is much more handsome. They clearly always sided with him because they were there for Ray. They weren't there for Dom. He had to go put them in check. I feel bad for Dom. I won't feel bad when he's whooping Ray's booty, though. Man, that's probably the second most anticipated match I have this weekend after the tag titles. That's how much this is done. Hey, you were right in the first. You had me in the first half. I'm not gonna lie. That second half is blasphemy. We don't put that on here. I'm done with it. Ray is a terrible father. Dominic is a model citizen's son. He's a product of the system that Ray created. Poor Dom. Denise does good work, so thank you, Denise. Yeah, for real. Like, for real. Ray. I used to look up to Ray. Now, I despise that man. That little man. He's a little man. After that, we get an Andre the Giant Battle Royal segment in which they have the list of names. Hey, as much as I don't care for this segment or this whole Battle Royal thing because there's literally no reason for it other than they get a stupid trophy. I like this segment because they had the list. They said these are the people who are going to be in it. And then the people actually made it seem like they cared. Usually they just have it and the people go out and do it and that's it. At least they put a segment in there to make us say like, okay, well, these guys actually care. They want to win it. That little bit makes me at least a little bit more invested in it. I still wish there was something they won from it. Me and Dave were talking. We went back and forth a little bit earlier. Just his idea. The winner gets a Intercontinental or United States title shot in the next match. That's good. I think that maybe they should just get an automatic spot in the Money in the Bank. I think that's a good thing. Something needs to come with winning this thing other than that silly trophy. No disrespect to Andre the Giant, but it's a silly trophy. And trophies are meant, in wrestling, trophies are meant to be broken on somebody. So stop. Give a reason. Give us a reason to have it. I like Bobby to get some Bray interference. Man, so there was a lot of people talking about Bray was going to be there tonight, and it didn't happen. So it's like, now I look down. I've always looked down on Ray, but now I look down on him in a whole other aspect. Like, you suck. You are a terrible man. Lashley wins, gets attacked by the Fiend. I'm with that because I want to see the Fiend entrance at WrestleMania. I was robbed last year. I want to see a Fiend entrance so bad. So I'm just going to go ahead and say yes to that because I just want to see it. Takes out Lashley and Reed wins. And I would not be mad at that either because I think Bronson Reed winning, it's either Lashley or Bronson Reed, in my opinion, that wins this. So that works for me. And then maybe we'd even still get Bray and Bobby at WrestleMania, which again isn't going to be a great match or anything like that, but at least they'll finish something that they started, in which that's all I want them to do. The segment, I laughed. I thought was funny. Rick Boogs was hilarious. Elias did his part. I liked it. For what it was, I liked it. Next up, we get a Sammy and KO promo in which KO and Sammy basically talk about how this is the biggest tag team match in the history of WrestleMania. And after doing my research this past week, looking at some tag team matches in the past, I think it's a fair argument to make. That's not fandom coming. That's literally me looking at the matches that they've had on WrestleMania for the tag team titles. And it's like, yep, that's a fair argument to make. I listened to it. And then they stated, LA is special to them too, because that's where they kind of got their start in the wrestling thing. We all know Montreal is where they're from, but LA is where it started. I'm assuming that has to do with the Battle of Los Angeles stuff. I think it was 2011. They main evented when Sammy El Generico beat Kevin Steen. There's a history lesson for you, buddy. And then the next year they both lost, but then they ended up having a 6-man in which they won that as well. 2012. Yo, welcome for that history lesson as well. So decent little promo there, got him on, and that was that. Next up, Gunther versus Dolph. Nice match. Gunther looked like a beast, as he should, because he is a beast. After he completely destroyed Dolph Ziggler hung in there for a little bit, but after Gunther was done just mutilating the man, he got on the microphone, told Sheamus and Drew, this is your future. This is a travesty that he has to do this, and it's disrespectful to the Intercontinental title, and he will not stand for it. He's going to do to them what he just did to Dolph. End of it. He was probably a lot shorter than I just was, but you get the gist of it. It was short. It was effective. I like it. Gunther got that fire, and I love it when that man got the fire in his behind his voice. You knew Dolph was going to lose to Gunther. I know you don't want to see him lose, but you knew he was going to lose. In WWE, that is likely true about the tag team match, not a division that has been presented that great. Yeah, I know. I was when we do because we didn't get to do the Quiz 3D show yesterday, so we're gonna do it the week after WrestleMania. And the stuff I found out while looking up stuff for that, I was like, man, there's some disrespect going on here. And it's not just the tag titles. There's other things, but Gunther needs to destroy both of them and bring Honky's. I don't like it. Look, I love Gunther, and if you're going to do it, I think Gunther should just hold the Intercontinental title until he wins the WWE title or the World title or whatever new title they're going to have. That's how it should be, and then he just has to vacate it. If you're going to keep it on him, that's how you do it. But there's no better time to take it off than in a triple threat match, because he can lose it without losing and still look badass and continue to go on his trajectory to go to the top, in which he will be an amazing world champion for us. I don't think he needs to beat Honky Tonk's record to do so. I think him bringing the Intercontinental title back to where it's at right now is his legacy with that belt. If he does beat it, cool. I'm all for it, but I don't think it needs to happen. Honky Tonk don't have anything. This is the one thing Honky Tonk Man has, is the title, is the record for the longest reign. Don't take that from him. Don't do that. But if you do, okay. See, yeah, you knew. We knew Dolph can get. Yeah. Now, now. Good time. Yes, Sheamus, Intercontinental Champion, come Saturday. I'm calling it. Then after that is main event time. And I got some stuff to say about this shit. Cody, the undefeated Cody Rhodes in WWE, taking on the undefeated Solo Sikoa on a on the go home show for WrestleMania. Solo held his own here, and he did a damn good job. True, in that case, Drew takes the pin. Yeah, that's what I see happening. That's how I would do it. Again, get the title. If you're going to take it off of him, I don't want to see Gunther lose the title by getting pinned. I don't. I want that mystique of him to just continue to be built. So if you get, this is the most opportune time to do it without killing that mystique. So there you go. And that's I want Gunther versus Cody. If Cody is your champion after WrestleMania, I want Cody versus Gunther at next year's WrestleMania. We saw the preview at WrestleMania at Royal Rumble. Cody wrestled Ludwig for some strange reason on SmackDown. There's something there. I want that to be where we're heading if Cody wins the title. I don't think he wins the title though. But so towards the end of this match, out comes the Usos. They distract Cody, and then Solo hits his spinning rock bottom. 1, 2. Cody kicks out though. Then out comes Sami and Kevin Owens. They take on the Usos and battle them all the way to the back. While this happens, Cody gets some stuff back. He ducks under the Samoan spike. I think he hit 3 of the Cody cutters in this match. Ugh. And then he hit his second crossroads on him. He beat Solo Sikoa clean in the middle of the ring. 1, 2, 3. Now, what the heck was that for? Like, seriously. So, not only did last week we turned Roman into a complete bitch and had him run away from Cody. Now we're having Solo take his first clean loss to Cody as we go towards WrestleMania, just so that people can believe that Cody is that guy. You're sacrificing literally everything around you to make Cody that guy. I'm sorry. I can't ignore that. I can't ignore that at all. I think that's silly. Absolutely silly. This is one of those instances where a DQ makes sense. It just blows my mind that Solo lost tonight. And it was literally just so that Cody can look stronger. Did he need it? He didn't need it. Man, that's wild to me. Maybe I'm looking too much into it. I don't know. But, man, Cody ain't ready. I'm saying it right now. I'm 99% sure Cody ain't winning now. Cody ain't ready. I said it last week when he had Roman in his face. He went sidetracked and he started focusing on Solo instead of focusing on the target in front of him. The task at hand is Roman Reigns, and he got sidetracked. He ain't ready. Tonight, was it tonight? Or was it? No, it was on SmackDown. He did something very similar to it. He got distracted. He ain't ready. And then when he's facing Solo tonight, he had Solo dead to rights, and he's so worried about talking crap to Paul Heyman, losing sight of the task at hand. Cody ain't ready. That's what I'm telling you right now. Cody ain't ready. Roman Reigns is going to win at WrestleMania. That's what I think is going to happen. And that might be actually a little bit more wishful thinking than most times, because I'm actually, I was kind of bothered by Cody winning tonight. That might be hater talk. I don't know. It's starting to sound like hater talk, but maybe I'll feel different in the morning. He ain't ready for that jelly. Nah, he ain't ready. Nah, he ain't ready. He ain't ready for that What is it? Jelly. There we go. I know it's a Destiny's Child song. I say samey, Jimmy, poor samey. Man, yeah. So that's the show. It wasn't a great show. It wasn't a bad show. I think the show served its purpose. Just keep things going to WrestleMania. Keep the storylines moving. Keep things kind of. They finished up the women's tag turmoil match. They got the last one in there. They got another promo out of Cody and Paul to set up the Roman Cody match. You got Sammy and KO hyping up the tag team match, letting people know how big of a deal it is. Like, they did a lot to kind of just keep things going. So for that, I'm not going to be mad at it. I was entertained enough to stay tuned. At no point was I bored. So with that said, thank you guys for joining me. I hope you guys enjoyed the show at least as much as I did, if not more so, because that would be cool for you. Next week, there is no Raw recap, unfortunately, because I'm not going to have a voice for one, and two, I'm just not going to be here. I'm not taking all my stuff across the country to do a show. Sorry. I will have lots of footage on the Drip King of Wrestling YouTube page, though. So I'll be doing videos pretty much the entire time I'm there whenever we're doing wrestling-related stuff. So with that said, there's also Positively Awesome Wrestling podcast next week on the Drip King Wrestling, because WrestleMania Night 2 is going to be on. So me and Ty are going to be watching that instead of trying to entertain all of you. I knew you guys would watch, and I appreciate it. But no, we're going to take the night off and enjoy the phenomenal Night 2 that is ahead of us. No, I will not be going to the Raw. I don't think it's necessary. Going to three shows in 2 days is enough for us. We'll just relax Monday night. So won't be going there. Nick's side, Jimmy going to have the time of their life. Oh, and Andy. We're gonna have plenty of that, and then I got some other friends too that will be that I'll be meeting up over there. So I'm looking forward to this weekend. I hope everybody can enjoy WrestleMania as much as I will, because I know I'm ecstatic. I'm going to be losing my mind all weekend. It's going to be a great time. But now I am rambling, and I apologize. Thank you guys for watching. I will see you in 2 weeks. One on Sunday, not this Sunday, but the next Sunday for Positively Awesome Wrestling on the Drip King Wrestling. And then 2 weeks from now, Monday night, I will be back with the Raw recap. So I am kind of sad I'm not going to have the WrestleMania Raw recap, because that show I think is going to be fantastic. But yeah, Andy, woo, yeah. I'm through the roof excited to meet these guys. Andy's awesome, and I cannot wait to meet him, along with Nick and Sai. So Nick, if you're still in there, thank you, and I will see you all later. Enjoy the rest of the week of wrestling, because there's a lot of it. And also Wednesday night, last thing, regularly scheduled hostilities. I'll be back on there for my WrestleMania predictions, in which I'm not playing games this time. I'm there to shut that shit down and win one for once. Thinking with my head, not my heart this time. So if you want to see me over there, it's always a good time for me. So you can join then. If not, again, I'll see you in 2 weeks. But with that, goodbye. See you later. And